So here's all my buckets. I've got these here to do still. This has already been, I've already removed all the black sands out of all this stuff. That's minus 30, 20, 12. I'm gonna throw it on this piece of plastic, spread it out, go through the magnet. I got a gallon of magnetics in here. There's some good stuff. I'm sure there's probably some gold in here that I lost just because I'm pulling all this out with the magnet, but we'll see. I'll end up running all this on a miller table later on, but I will get this camera put up over here on the overhead. I won't bore you with all this stuff, and you can guys watch just a little bit, and then once I'm all done here, I'll go out to the sluice and we'll get to running all this material. I use this puppy I bought. It came with a bunch of little tiny magnets all the way around the edge. I opened it up and put a large magnet in the middle just so I had more power. I'm actually gonna buy another one of these. I'm gonna find a way to modify this handle so I can stick this magnet inside here, maybe even a bigger one. This one's only supposed to pick up 8 pounds. This magnet's supposed to pick up 400 pounds. So I made this out of an old Jif peanut butter bottle, piece of 12 gauge copper wire, wired it to that piece of all thread right there that sticks out. So this one's a lot more powerful than this thing. This is good, but you know, 8 pounds, 400 pounds, yeah. We can tell easily which one's better. I'll tell you what, guys, it took me, I don't know, a couple hours at least. Here's what I ended up with. I'm gonna run this puppy. I'm gonna run all this in the miller table because these are panning tailings, so it's not raw pay dirt. I suspect I probably have lost some fine gold in here. I don't think there'll be a whole lot in here. We'll see what happens with that. When I do that, we will run everything in the sluice and see what old Goldpan lost this year. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to get out here yesterday. I had some stuff pop up on me, so I'm gonna get out here, get all these different specific materials ran, 3 different kinds. I see 4 buckets over there. You know, I didn't do anything with the 1/8 of an inch and the 1/4 of an inch. Those I just kind of picked through. I metal detected those to see if there was anything in there. But I hear that snow's on its way. I'm gonna hurry up and get all this ran so I can get to the panning station and see if I get lucky. I'm gonna throw on some tunes. This video, I'll tell you here, this video might have a lot of fast forwarding. So just bear with me and we'll get to the bottom of it. All right, so we're gonna let this clean out and I will get the sluice cleaned up. Well, I'll be damned. Right off the bat in the first riffle, or was it the second? It was the second. See quite a few flakes up here. Highly doubtful you guys will be able to see it on this GoPro. So there's some gold I missed. Well, I really like this old shampoo bottle. This is a nice little, this is a nice squirt bottle. Works great. I think I should slow down when I pan. There's a piece of gold right there. Second riffle, I don't see much. I see a lot of black sands in here. I didn't get out with the magnet. And it looks like there's another little piece. Looks like there's another little piece right there. That's the plus 30 stuff. This is the plus 20 stuff here. Highly doubtful I'll find any gold in it. Time to clean this one out. If I see any gold in the rifts, I'll pull my camera out and show you guys.
Well, I'll be a son of a buck. There's a piece of gold right there. And that is a good little piece. I don't see anything anywhere else. There's probably some pieces underneath all this stuff. But let me get this cleaned out.
Well, the rain has started to fall. Right on time. Just in time to make my seat wet. Last bucket. This is a plus 12.
Got all the sluicing done, but it's raining on me there at the end of the sluicing, but it's starting to come down pretty good. I'll see if it goes away. If it don't go away, then I'll just bring these 3 buckets in the house. I'll pan them in there.
Okay, rain's gone for now. Okay, so this is the 30 mesh stuff. I'll probably throw it on fast forward again. You guys enjoy the tunes. Wish me luck. That is a pretty good looking pan. There is a lot of real super fine flour gold in there. Big chunkers. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna suck all that up. Now I can take it back inside the house and clean it up even more. Nice and slow. So we'll get that cleaned out. We will move on to the 20 material. This is where I found that big piece of gold. So I'm still hoping it's in here. So here's one little tiny piece, that big clunker, and a bunch of little tiny pieces down there you can't even see. Get this stuff picked up. Boy, I'm fighting all kinds of lead. There's a small piece. Okay guys, so now we will move on to the big stuff. And there better not be anything in here. If there is, we got a problem. There are a couple little pieces right there. All right, we'll take this in. We'll get what's in here cleaned up inside. Throw it on the scale. That is gonna weigh a little bit. So got all that completed. There's a good little amount in there. I figured it would even be more than that, so I did pretty good this year panning. I'm surprised. There's one good piece. Might throw it on the microscope, might not. I still got to go through all that black sands to come up with the final tally. All right, so I got classifiers 20, 30, and 50. We'll do this stuff up in those classes. Here's the minus 50. That's what I'm gonna run first. All right, guys, I'm back. Start running this material. Last time I kind of struggled with where I ran this at. I looked at the instructions. It says from here to here, usually you do a 1/2 inch slope to 3/4 of an inch slope. I have this right now set at 1/4. I like to run mine real slow. That slope is all dependent upon the material that you run. I may have to raise the water speed. Sometimes with this table, you're gonna have to help the material along. As it gets down here, you can get rid of that. Jackson sent me one of his cards. I thought that was pretty classy. I'll use it here to scrape material down. Threw some other stickers up here. A3 Skyward, Occasional Outlaw, Vendetta Culver, Big Texas, Jason E. Minor. I'm gonna have to start finagling the material. I've just been letting the material run, do its thing. I'm trying to get a pulse on the water speed. I think 10 spoons in, I got a pretty good idea. I may turn up the water. I may start messing around with the material a little bit, finessing it around with the business card just to get it to float down the table. So I figured I'd show you guys one run here. Some of the techniques I use. It'll be on fast forward, but I lowered the table a little bit. I raised the speed just a hair. I'm making tiny little minute adjustments, nothing major. Smaller adjustments, the better. Right, I'm gonna throw it on fast forward and let you guys see this run. Sometimes these piles of material start to cement themselves to the table, and it's hard to get the material to get moving. Just throw some water on it like this. Dab some water down on it. Get that pile to move. You always want to do it on the tail end. Not to drop the water up here on the front. That's where the flow's going, and you don't want to drop water up here, but you want to slowly move it along. A lot of times I will start to see the tails grow. You'll see like the material growing a tail. Well, that material is already exchanged and exchanged and exchanged, and now it's growing a tail. Shouldn't be any gold in that tail. So I like to just come in and wipe it off, get rid of it. That allows a deeper slope here on the backside for it to eat the material off. So finally got done with the -50. Threw some new stickers up here. There's Banshee, Scovey and Indiana Creek, Lieutenant Illman, GS Prospecting, and RPE. Just sluice it.
Boy, I knew that was going to be a bad idea and I was going to miss somebody. Here's PA Patriot coming out swinging.
Boy, it's been a chore running this stuff. We'll see what we find out of here. Found a lot of tiny little flaky 300, 400, 500 mesh in there. This is a little bit bigger material. I don't really expect to find a whole lot in here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to load this up and I'll throw it on fast forward so you guys can watch it. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the bitter end. Pretty shocking. I didn't find very much. I must have done pretty good on my panning this year. Be interesting to see what I do, but I'm gonna finish up here. Last couple spoons, and then I will get all this put in a pan. Get this stuff panned out. Figure out how many buckets of material I did according to how much gold I found. And we will do an equation of what my panning looked like and what the loss was in my panning for this year. So just did the snuffer dump. The entire year of panning tailings comes down to this. Throw a little jet dry in there, throw a little jet dry in this nasty ass old water. This has been a fairly comprehensive video of processing my end of year stuff, all the way from removing magnetics down to then taking that spoiled material and putting it in the sluice to see what I find there, and then back inside to take the magnetics that I pulled out and run that through the Miller table. So it's been quite the process. It's real hard to do videos, and you get so much footage, and to edit out the vast majority of it is really hard. But guys, to save on some time, I'm going to throw this on fast forward, and I'll be back here in just a few with the final results. So guys, that's what it looks like. I've still got quite a bit of lead hanging out over here and some other heavies, so I'm gonna go ahead, finish cleaning this up off of the camera, and it's gonna take me some time to get to the bottom of this with all the little tiny chunks in here. But once I'm done, I'll be at the scale. We'll get away on this.
All right, guys, so here we are. This is, we're going to see what I missed out of panning. And then out of those 4 buckets, there was probably 14 or 15 gallons of material that I panned this year. I went through my tally. I looked to see how I ran 427 buckets this year. Of course, most of that is all classified. But I am pretty damn surprised in this that we are sitting at only 0.189 that I lost from panning. So that is not a bad loss at all out of all of that material. But guys, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. Hope you guys all have a wonderful holiday season. Take care out there, and Goldpan Suntan is out.